Thanks for tuning to your station, the African Independent Television, and welcome to your program, Security Watch Africa. Today, this is another edition where we'll bring you security information and what is happening in the field of security. You'll be wondering where we're coming to you. We're coming to you today from a location out of Nigeria, out of Africa. Indeed, we are coming to you from Doha, Qatar, the capital of Qatar. Yes, Security Watch Africa is indeed an international brand. We are here in Doha, Qatar, where I will unfold what has been happening in the past 3 days. But I must tell you that security is global and security is everybody's business. It's also always very important to talk about security so that we can have a more secured society and more secure world. And that is the message of Security Watch Africa. We're taking you to the Nigerian Police FCT Command, where the Commissioner of Police, CP Olatunji Disu, is doing a wonderful job ensuring that the people in the FCT, they are safe and secured. I'll take you to the police command where the Commissioner of Police will tell us what it's all about, and the report is put together by Elizabeth Tanko.
The Commissioner of Police for the Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory FCT Police Command, CP Olatunji Disu, disclosed on Thursday that a total number of 7 criminal suspects were arrested. From them, the police recovered 13 earlier stolen vehicles, 3 POS machines, and other items. He revealed this during a media briefing at the FCT Police Headquarters in Abuja.
You'll be going around to see the achievements made by officers of the One Chance unit of the Federal Capital Territory Command. Behind you, you will see vehicles recovered from One Chance operators. This week only, we have been able to recover from operators of One Chance 7 vehicles. And that means 7 different groups of people operating One Chance have been arrested. In all, last week and this week, the total number of vehicles gotten from operators of One Chance is 13. So that means we have been able to remove 13 vehicles used by operators of One Chance from circulation, from operations. And a lot of their members have been arrested, and some of them will be displayed for you to see and discuss with.
CP Disu highlighted major achievements recorded in his command in the last 1 week. The Commissioner of Police gave details of some of the One Chance robbers arrested.
It will surprise you to know that in this operation we have been able to recover 3 POS from these operators of One Chance. Operators of One Chance are robbers, and they give a lot of inconvenience to the residents of the FCT. They arrest you, they collect your ATM card, and they use the POS to collect your money immediately. So 3 different groups operating with POS are among the ones arrested. The POS are here for you to see. 5 laptops were recovered from them. These laptops were robbed from passengers who fell victims to them. 3 phones of different makes, $203 recovered from them, 109 phone memory cards. If we have 109 memory cards removed from phones, that is equivalent to 109 phones collected from victims of One Chance. We recovered the clothes they used to blindfold people in their vehicles. We recovered the plier from them. All the suspects and the vehicles are here for you to see. There is a common denominator in the vehicles gotten from One Chance. All the vehicles recovered from them are tinted. All the vehicles recovered from operators of One Chance, 13 of them, they are right there behind you for you to inspect, are all tinted. From our records, we have over 821 vehicles were untinted, and then we noticed that people were voluntarily removing the tint by themselves. That is why I want to thank members of the public, residents of the Federal Capital Territory especially, for the wonderful cooperation they have been giving to the police. We have not had it as good as this. I want to thank you so much for the cooperation you have been giving us. I thank you one more time for it.
The hard-fighting CP Diso advised FCT residents to remain vigilant and report suspicious activities.
At the same time, we want to thank members of the Federal Capital Territory, the residents, visitors in the town. We want to thank them for the cooperation they have been giving us. We want to apologize for the little inconvenience we have given you with our operations. We are going to work on it to ensure that you have less inconvenience from our activities. We are going to put our eyes on the activities of our officers. We are going to give you our phone numbers in case our officers on duty are doing what they should not be doing. My phone number is already in the public domain. The phone number of the Public Complaint Bureau of the Command has been displayed for you, will be given to you today again. The phone number of the PRO is also out. We all have the duty of policing the FCT together. If you see police officers doing what is not expected of them, please complain to us for us to take necessary actions.
Elizabeth Thanko reporting for Security Watch Africa.
We'll be taking you again to showcase to you what we have done. The 18th Africa Security Watch Awards and Conference took place here in Doha, Qatar, and it has been a wonderful period. The conference particularly for 2 days, experts, leaders, technocrats gathered together, professionals gathered together to discuss issues of security in Africa. Like you can see, in what Security Watch Africa does is to bridge the gap that is in security to ensure that people get the right information in the area of security and safety. And this is what we decided to do here, to get ideas, collate together, and get it passed through a communique to the leaders who will implement it. And that is what has been done this past two days. Everybody here is most welcome. We are so happy that we are all here. So thank you for coming, and permit me to just invite Professor Henry Fouché, the Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees of Security Watch Africa Initiatives and the Chairman of the conference faculty, to talk to us.
And this is an opportunity to discuss a number of issues relating to what we are going to discuss in the papers. But it would be amiss of me not to express our appreciation for the CEO and international organizer of Security Watch Africa initiatives, Mr. Patrick Agbombu, and his international team of organizers. They have put a tremendous amount of work into making this occasion take place. Patrick mentioned that since January the work started. And I know that much travel between different countries has taken place, and intensive preparation and negotiations to make this day possible. Also, our thanks to the host country that has welcomed us for this event. At Security Watch Africa, we believe that security encompasses everything that threatens human lives and valuables. Now, the Security Watch Africa Initiative Conference has got a very rich history. Since 2004, Security Watch Africa has been recognizing and proffering actionable solutions to the evolving military challenges threatening peace and security in Africa. The conferences that were held since 2004, 2004 and 2008, the conference and awards program was hosted in Nigeria. 2009, 2012, and 2017 in Ghana. 2010, 2013, and 2016 in South Africa. 2011, 2018, and 2022 in the Gambia. 2014 and 2019 in the United Arab Emirates, and 2015 in the United States of America. The discussions at those conferences were centered on topical and also emerging security threats. There, the speakers will discuss those threats, which have the potential to derail the entire development of the blue economy. Tackling terrorism will also be discussed, the major threats to human security, peace and development, and the speakers will examine counterinsurgency activities relevant to intelligence and information operations to support civilians. Over the next 2 days, we hope that our discussions will provide a model for the way forward, for the development of people-orientated policies for ensuring the safety of all our citizens. So please participate in all the Q&A sessions.
It is an honor to speak on the critical topic of policing a democratic society in complex times, the Gambian experience. In an era defined by rapid technological change, social unrest, and global interconnectedness, the role of policing has never been more challenging. Foundation of policing in democracy. First, let us acknowledge that in a democratic society, policing is not just about law enforcement, it's about protecting the very essence of democracy, liberty, equality, and justice. The police are the guardians of public order, but also the rights and freedoms that define our society. This dual role requires a delicate balance. On that respect, the rule of law, while fostering trust and legitimacy among the citizenry. Challenges in modern times. Complexity is largely synonymous with challenges. Most of the time, we are uncertain about the context, environment, and even the specific kind of challenges we have to deal with. Be that as it may, we can't throw up our hands in the air and say, we have no idea what we are dealing with here, so we can't do it. Doing that will amount to dereliction of duty. And as the police are charged with enforcing the laws, we cannot do that because it will lead to chaos and lawlessness. Nobody wants a society to degenerate into that kind of situation. We have worked so hard to get here.
Without further ado, when I approached or when I confronted the topic of emplacement of people-oriented policing, I had to decide, am I going to take a theoretical approach, academic theoretical approach, or shall I go more practical? But when we look at the word emplacement, it would really actually indicate that there is quite a hint for the practical side of how do we go about to emplace it and to fit this model into society. So you'll find that my address today is a blend of academic theory as well as practical and how it is being done on the ground. I think we are confronted with the question of, is policing the same everywhere? Have you ever thought of that? Is policing the same everywhere all over the world? And I think as we progress through this discussion, we will get more clarity on that. But in the meantime, just keep it in your mind, the question, is policing all over the world the same? At first glance, it may seem like the answer is yes. After all, the role of the police is to maintain law and order. Is it not? However, as we delve deeper into the complexities of policing, as our Gambian counterpart has alluded to, he alluded to the complexity of policing several times. As we delve deeper into the complexities of policing, we will explore how different social, cultural, political, and historical factors influence policing systems around the world. And I think in Africa in particular, we were subject to many countries colonializing some of the African countries.
What I call community policing represents a transformative shift in how law enforcement engages with citizens. Unlike the traditional enforcement-focused policing, this approach prioritizes collaboration and mutual trust. The community becomes an active participant in shaping our security strategies and addressing not just the symptoms, but the root causes of crime and insecurity in our countries. The core principles of people-oriented policing includes, number one, partnership. That's building trust-based relationship between law enforcement agencies and the community. Number two, it's problem solving. That's addressing systemic and localized security challenges through collaborative efforts. And the third one is empowerment, equipping citizens with tools, platforms, and knowledge to safeguard our environments.
I won't say he tried to attack the model of Lagos State, but he is trying to say he hopes that the support coming from the government of Lagos State does not provide a platform for political influence over what the police is doing. Am I right? I think it's no. It's a no. I'm from Nigeria and I know what happens out there. So it's a no. And of course I want to acknowledge your efforts, Dr. Ogunson, that you've been very dynamic to the extent that today I've heard from you that the CCTV cameras deployed on the Third Mainland Bridge, I believe are now secure because efforts have been done over the years, but you know, the cosmopolitan nature of Lagos State makes it difficult to have that infrastructure, you know, in place.
However, I'm trying to look at it from a different perspective because if the presentation is made a case study of Lagos, then there is a need for us to understand the extreme end. Lagos is the richest state in Nigeria. So Lagos has a very strong economy and has high level of education. So if we try to understand the security situation and the robust approach of the government, there is a need to look at the extreme as well. Take Zamfara State, for example. It's educationally backward, it's economically backward. So the approach in Zamfara may be quite different with the approach in Lagos State.
No doubt, I've been living in Lagos for over 40 years. Almost 50 years I've been living in Lagos. A lot of things have changed and they are doing well. However, you know, in Lagos, about 80% of Lagos is developed. Cities. Maybe if you want to have rural areas, maybe like 10, 15, 20%. But I want to find out from Doctor, what are the efforts Lagos State government is doing to integrate private security guards in the community policing we are talking about?
Do we have that issue in Gambia? Do we have that issue in South Africa? As the case in Nigeria, where the military is a little bit overwhelmed with internal issues and internal security within the nation. Because sometimes we have a conflict between the regular policing, internal policing, and military coming to perform internal policing within some certain countries, like the case of Nigeria. So that's why I'm posing to Gambia, to South Africa, and other places.
I've moved away from wanting to have control to rather add value by collaborating with the members of the public, adding value to the force, to the police force, and all other agencies that are operating in Lagos. And let me tell you this, it has worked since 2007 till date. When you make an agency comfortable and happy to operate within your environment, directly or indirectly, you are going to have control. A happy police officer who gets an additional stipend from the state, who after being given uniforms and other equipment still get extra from the state, a police officer who is not well trained, I use the word because most times, and a very strong apology for our leaders here who are seated, we're not saying you are not training them, but most times, if you check our records, the last time some of these police officers were trained, maybe when they were at the recruitment point in their various universities, like Polak in the Nigerian Police Force and then every other agency. I know the Nigerian Navy, Nigerian Air Force, and Nigerian Police, they're excellent when it comes to, training programs and all that. For the police, I think there's still room for improvement. Some of them, the last time they attended conferences and all that, will be maybe in the early days of their service. But when you as a state provide all this for the people, even when the Inspector General of Police gives that state command a directive, I'm saying this off record, because a governor in the state that he operates as the head of the command has been very kind to his unit, there is a way they manage it. There is a way they do it. When the IG say, I want this done, the CP will, can I do this to this man seated here? This man has been kind. Before he can talk to the IG to possibly see it in another light, and such directives can be reviewed. What I'm saying is that if you help, if you support an individual or an agency operating within your domain, you are indirectly having control. There is nothing we want from the police in Lagos that we do not get because of the role we play. If we withdraw that service, even the central unit will feel that, yeah, a very important unit have withdrawn. So it's more about the will and not seeking for absolute control. But thank God we came here on the template of community policing, not much on the state police, because we're operating a very complex and very difficult society. I'm sure we'll still get there because already the matter is right now on the table.
It's been a pleasure bringing you this program. Like it's done here on this program, Security Watch Africa on AIT. We'll bring you that information you need to keep your life safe and secured. It's been a wonderful episode where we'll bring you reports and things that has happened in the past 1 week. Like I must tell you that next week, let's give you maybe a snippet of what happened during the award ceremony where we celebrated Africa's best in leadership, governance, security, safety, humanity. They were celebrated here in Doha, Qatar. In this particular arena, behind me you can see some of the delegates, particularly from the South Africa and from Kenya, from different parts of Africa, gathered here in Doha for the 18th Africa Security Watch Awards and Conference. Thank you for watching us this week. Join us again next week when we'll bring you another exciting edition. I will say bye for now and remain blessed.